Hi everyone! So I'm getting straight to it. I'm really excited about this launch. Thanks so much for joining us. Hello Petra, hello Paula, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. Really, really excited about these gorgeous, beautiful stamps. I can't wait to, well, here we go. Let's just go straight in there. So we have our spooky girl. Isn't she gorgeous? So this is an A6 stamp. As you can see, nice big size. Let me show you how big this one is. So we're looking at just about 4.5 inches. In new money, that's 11 centimeters. Obviously, red rubber, the best, of course. Cling mounted, cut out, ready to go. And if you've got it, haunt it. I like a good pun, don't you? She is just so beautiful. I have to say, Carolyn Lakin, Sue Jacob, Kerry Sturman, Lorna Angwin, Leslie Blameyer and Wendy Wallace, you have really outdone yourselves. These are just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They really, really are. Look at all that. Iridescent, luscious, beautiful, beautiful samples. And look, isn't that just genius? I wouldn't have thought of doing that. I mean, I have cut her out so that she looks different, but to put her on one of our silhouette is just fantastic. I think that's Carolyn's. Yes, it is. Yeah. And this background here you'll be seeing later. Okay, so just bear that in mind. That is just the most beautiful background stamp as well. Lovely coloured in. Ah, genius. Yeah, Sue Jacob, well done. Again, look at the luscious, that iridescence. This is cast green. I think this one is cast blue in the luscious, as far as I can see. But fantastic. Isn't she just lovely? How simple is this? Beautiful, easy stamp to do, just coloured in, but very, very elegant. And then look at this beauty. Now this has to be Lorna's because she never puts her name on stuff. And I love it. So these are the casts that we have, and the moulds, which are just gorgeous with our fast cast resin. There's some of our background stamps which are coming up. There's some of the labels which are coming up. There's our beautiful spooky girl there. There's loads of texture in this, absolutely loads. There's lots of fabric pieces, there's lots of collage, there's true grit on there. It's just a work of art, isn't it? It's just absolutely superb. I love that. So from cards to 3D pieces. I'm going to save, let me just show you this one though. I'm going to save a load for later on, but I have to just show you this one. This is Sue Jacob again, just checking. Being normal is vastly overrated, which I love. Look, she's upside down there. And then the poison labels which are coming up, and a lovely little bottle there. And there's all this texture with wax and just paint and also, oh god, it's just gorgeous. And then look at him. That is just so fantastic, isn't it? I just love it. Love it. Really, really gorgeous piece. Okay, so that's our spooky girl. And then we obviously need someone to go with her. So we have our spooky boy. Yay! So he is too ghoul for school, and being normal is vastly overrated. So we have some beautiful artwork from Kerry. Look at this. I love this. It's gorgeous. So that must be a die she's got. Yeah.
Just you can't really see that very clearly.
Yeah. And this is obviously luscious again. See, the luscious really comes into its own, doesn't it, with these stamps. And then on the other hand, look at this. I adore this. Monochrome, sepia. It's actually original oak, I think. Yes, it is. It's the Vivi's Original Oak. And it's just gorgeous. Really, really simple design, but absolutely stunning. And then Caroline's done there. She's got the background stamps here. We've got the lovely new background stamps here. We've got the labels as well. He looks fantastic. But you don't have to just do cars, because of course Wendy does the most fantastic little bags of treats and things. Look at him. I love this. This is the background stamp, Crackle Glaze, which is just the best stamp ever. I just love that. And it just gives a beautiful texture to any project. And of course, we've got the label there as well. And I love the way she's actually used pink with this background. And again, we've got those cast, blue cast, red cast, pink cast, green cast. And look, there's a little bag of treats in there. I think I might be opening that later just to see what, no, okay, I'm gonna, yeah, all right, I'll open it now. Ooh, look. Lots of lovely treats in there for a trick or treater. That's beautiful, Wendy. Caroline, lovely. Oh, I love the way she's actually done this background stamp here. Okay, I'm going to show you that background stamp because it is just, you just need this in your life. Look, Dreaded Damask. It's just, you know, you don't automatically see the skulls straight away, but look at that.
Yeah,
it's just brilliant. And I love the way she's just done partial stamping with it. That's really gorgeous. So okay, I'll just one more, and then I'll save the rest for later. Aren't those just beautiful? Now we've got another, so this is Sue Jacobs, and we've got another background stamp. This is the Halloween dictionary page. Absolutely brilliant. So she's actually used that as a background here, and then the Dreaded Damask, and look how she's actually done them going round the page, so it's not just all straight. She's actually stamped up here, round like this, all the way around. Very clever indeed. Love that. And this in the background, so let me just lean over and show you. This is from Autumn Nights. So this is available on the website as well, and it's got the most fantastic web, the most beautiful eagle owl. We've got a creepy little rat, well, rat, mouse, a raven, of course. Autumn, these are the days we dream about, when the sunlight paints us gold. And we've got the beautiful leaves flowing. So that's Autumn Nights, and that's the web from Autumn Nights in the background. So you'll find that on the website as well. Whilst I'm there, let me show you Skullduggery, one of my favourites. So we have this beautiful border with the roses and the skulls and the textures, and then we have a lovely Live for Today. Lots of, I love this. It's just so useful and so beautiful. You've got to get Skullduggery borders. It's just wonderful. And then Hocus Pocus, we have a beautiful drawing of a castle and an owl. We have the raven. This is really nice, actually. The Abbey. Magic is believing in yourself and making your dreams come true. So those are those. I've jumped ahead, but no worries. So let me just, don't eat the sweets yet, Alfie. So we have those two backgrounds, which are just delicious. We've got Spooky Girl and Boy, and then we've got the pumpkin monster. Look at him. Isn't he fabulous? I just think it's superb. And then we've got a quote from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I think is wonderful. I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. So we have, this must be Lorna's because there's no name on it. And I love the background colours here. I think those must be Vivid's, definitely. This one, let me get it ready. This is superb. This is by Sue. No, no, I beg your pardon. It's Wendy. It's Wendy. I do beg your pardon, Wendy. Look at that. Should we just turn the lights off a minute? Can we turn the lights off, Alfie? Let me just turn this one off. Oh, look at that. Wow, that looks amazing. Superb. Oh, I love it. Very, very, very clever. So Wendy has used the poison labels in the background here. She's used our lovely spooky monster, our pumpkin monster. And look how she's made a little shelf here and put some tiny bottles on and then punctured holes. Now, I'm sure you'll find all the details of this on the I Love Indigo Blue Facebook page, because the girls are always putting fantastic stuff on there. I love that. So clever, so clever. And then we've got this by Wendy. I love this. Look, very clever use of a window there. This is actually our William Morris papers. And then Spooky's looking, our monster is looking through the window there. And then we have, I love this. Kerry's done this fantastic tag book, which just is gorgeous, with our 3 characters in there. And this is Kerry's as well. Again, really, really simple but beautiful. Coloured in with Luscious. Again, the Luscious has really featured heavily amongst all of these beautiful samples today. Thank you, Alfie. Can you turn that off for me, please?
Do what?
Turn the lights off.
Oh.
Right. Now we haven't forgotten our poison labels. Thank you very much for your help, Mike Deakin. You're a star by doing these three he did for me, which are just fantastic. So we've got Cyanide, Birkenhead Druggist, Shambles Street, Barnsley, Antidote, After give sweetheart, butter or milk and hydrated oxide and lye. If all fails, call a priest. Excellent. Yeah, these are lovely. Nice big size as well. And you can see that the girls have used quite a lot of them. I think this is my favourite, Wendy. It's certainly Alfie's favourite. I love these. Very, very clever. Isn't that lovely to do for a Halloween party? So just making the little labels, little bag of sweets. Alfie will be definitely eating those, seeing as those are a favourite of his. There you go, Alfie. There's your hemlock. And then we've got, look, as a background, these are just fantastic. I love all the collage on this. So this is Kerry's. That is just a lovely piece. We have Carolyn, who's done some nice stenciling with the Alpha stamp here at Stencil, I should say. Oh, I forgot to show you. Look at him. Sue has done a fabulous candle. Isn't that lovely? I love doing that. Printed, stamped onto rice paper, put onto a candle, and then coloured in. Gorgeous. But I think the favourite for a lot of people who have seen this is this one. Look at this beauty. I mean, it's just fantastic. Sue Jacobs used some Hessian in there and some moss and some old bottles, and someone said they actually want to buy the bottles. Oh, I just think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love that. Absolutely love it. Right. Finally, we have some new stencils. Ta-da! I adore these. Absolutely adore them. Mike Deakin, you have outdone yourself yet again. I love this. So this is damaged letters, I think it's called.
We've actually just called it letters here, but yeah.
Yeah, it's called letters, but it's like I just think it's fantastic. I love the fact that it's all really bitten into and really, yeah, damaged. And then we've got the letters, the numbers as well as the letters, which are just, well, you can see that I've been using them already. Oh, love them to bits. Those are going to be a firm favourite, definitely. So we have the stencils that we've done before, but now we've got the masks. So these are just to die for, absolutely. Okay, so girls, you really have outdone yourselves, and I adore these stamps, absolutely adore them. They are really sort of really indigo blue, aren't they, Alfie?
Very good.
Yeah, very indigo bluey. Okay, so let's start off with a bit of a tag, shall we? So let's get some white gesso down. All right, why? Because it seals in the grey board. These are all grey board tags. Again, everything is on the website. You know that. You know where to go. You know what to do.
Petra's got to mortgage the house now.
Oh, Petra. Sorry, love. Oh, dear me. We had such a lovely weekend in Edinburgh. It was fantastic. And we met, do you know, our crafters are brilliant, aren't they, Alfie? Don't matter where we go in the country or which Zooms we do, they are just blooming brilliant. So thank you for a lovely weekend. And thank you, Jeanette, for all my bag of goodies. It will take me a while to eat my way through all of that. And I think Tunnock's tea cakes are always grateful. Or Tunnock's, the company, are always grateful because we just love Tunnock's, don't we? Alfie loves the snowballs. Okay, so yes, I always do gesso them because it creates a layer, a barrier between the grey board and your paint, so you're not actually wasting your paint by allowing it to soak in to your card. Then I'm going to come in, I've chosen Olive Waistcoat, Hot Cocoa and Burning Bonfire to go on this. So these are matte paints. Alrighty. Let me just get my paintbrush out of the water. And I think I'll probably have a little bit. Bless you. Let's just make a little bit of a mess on this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some crack-on glaze. All right, so you have to start off with matte paint underneath. It won't work with gesso. All right, that's not gonna cut it. It just won't work. Oh, nice mix of colour there. So you have to have acrylic matte paint underneath. Then we're going to put a layer of crack-on glaze. We allow that to dry naturally, and then we put another layer of matte paint over the top. So I'm going to just put different colours on here. So this is the colour of what the cracks will be, okay, because we're going to cover it all over. So this is what it will, you'll see.
So Paula's just asked what blast gun you've got.
Okay, so my my super duper gun is a Wagner. Mine's
Or is it Wagner?
Wagner. I think it is Wagner.
Wagner, maybe.
Wagner, not Wagner. I think I said Wagner. It's a Wagner.
Yes.
Because it's German, isn't it? It's a German company. This is a Furno 300 and it is a paint stripper, okay? So it's really, really powerful. But it just means that I can dry things in like seconds, which is brilliant. So if you are going to buy one of these, please be very, very careful. And this nozzle will get extreme, you know, you could cook eggs on that. I don't know why I said that. It gets really, really hot. So please be careful. It is designed to strip and burn paint off. Yeah, but it's brilliant.
So Rachel's asked, is that a set of matte acrylic paints? Is there more than one bundle available?
Yes, yeah.
So yes, there are sets of paints, or you can buy them individually.
Okay, yes, so you can buy them individually. These are matte paints, okay? So we have matte, we have metallic, and we have translucent, and these are the matte ones, so they're opaque. All right, so this is completely dry, and this is an acrylic base. It must be acrylic paint. Obviously, it works with indigo blue paints. I'm pretty sure that it will work with other acrylic matte paints.
Ian said he'd never thought of you being a stripper.
Thanks, Ian. Don't give Alfie ideas. He's looking hopeful now. Don't get any ideas, Alfie. Oh God, Ian, stop. You're just making me giggle. All right, so we've got some crack-on glaze. It's a really thin consistency, so you don't need much. So this is going to go over the surface, okay? You could just do a section of this rather than the whole thing. Now that needs to dry naturally. You don't want to speed that up with a heat gun. It just needs to dry naturally. So this is one that I did, I don't know, half an hour before we went off air. Something like that.
Off air.
On air. Off air. Let me just clean my brush. There we go. Okay, so this is when you need to be quick about it, all right? Because as soon as this acrylic paint touches that crack-on glaze, which is now dry, it will start to crack immediately. So you need to be sort of organised, all right? So I'm going to get my orange ready. And I'm going to use a wide brush. So I think the orange bit is going to go over the brown. So let's just go over there. What are you laughing at now?
Jenny says, can see Alfie doing a burlesque dance with the feather fans. Thanks, Jenny.
Oh, I can see it's going to really, really get messy, isn't it? I can just see this happening. Can you see that it starts going straight away? And then I'm going to get a little bit of my hot cocoa out. the more paint you put on, the thicker the or the bigger the cracks, I should say.
Ian says he thinks he might pay to see that.
Oh dear me, what you like. And I'm just going to put a little bit of...
Not again.
What?
Thought you meant to just leave it once and leave it.
Yeah, you are, but I want a little bit of area that is not cracked. And I want a little bit of green on here. So I'm not cracking the whole area. There we go.
So Rachel's asked if we have a date for when Super Thick Slap It On will be available. At the moment we don't, do we?
No, unfortunately.
But we are working on it. We'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay, so once it's started to crack like this, then you can heat it up. Can you see where I went over the top? That's not going to crack. Because you can't mess about with it, otherwise you just basically wipe away all of the crackling. Wow, that is fierce. So this is one that I did earlier. So I just had a bit of crackling round here. And I used a smaller brush, and you can see with the brush marks. Okay, I do prefer it with a wider brush, actually. I do like that better. But it's got more green on there, which is good. So I'm going to use this one, I think. This did crack a little bit, actually. And then I'm going to use partial of this, methinks. Yeah, so let's do, I think I might just go down there actually. Okay, so let's get a little bit of gesso going, and let's get a sponge. It's not very big, is it? Now I might just use some of this and maybe a little bit of black. I did it completely different when I was sorting this out, but I think this might look a bit better.
A bit better?
I might prefer it this way. Are you taking the piss out of my accent?
Never.
That works, doesn't it? Yeah, that works. Yeah, like that. Like that a lot. Okay, that's good. Let's just use some of that black, and let's just go around the edge as well. So let's tad more. So this is the black gesso.
Wendy
And
says
this is just...
we've got cabaret night at the retreat sorted. Mike and Ian are the backing dancers with feather boas.
I think that's a really good idea, actually. I think we should definitely go with that. Okay, so let's get our beautiful girl out. And I think we'll use our clear superfine embossing glaze with this. And
Teresa's asked, could you leave the crackle glaze on overnight before you do a top coat, or does it kind of go off?
no, you can do it. I have actually left it overnight, and it still worked. I think you're better off though not risking it too much, and just because how long did I leave it when it didn't work? I think I might have left it a day and then it didn't work, so I think you're probably better off just leaving it to dry naturally for maybe an hour. It dried out within an hour when I did it today.
Kyle's added Spider-Man swinging in at the end of the show.
At the end of the cabaret. That would be perfect. Oh, isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? No, I won't start that. Because I cannot sing, as I have been told many a time by my family. Okay, bit of verse fine. Let's have that there. It's alright, I'm cutting them out. Don't worry that it's upside down, guys. Okay. So that's clear superfine embossing glaze. Let's get our pew pew gun out. See what I mean? That's why I like that gun. She is so lovely. Right, so I'm going to stick with the matte paints at the moment. So I'm going to go with Barney Purple, and of course let's continue with our Burning Bonfire. And bless you, and I'm going to have a bit of Pink Ice Gem as well. So let me just turn that around for a clean bit. So I'm going to need a small brush, so let's just put it. There we go. All right, so the tiniest amount. That's far too much, but that'll do. Add water. Okay, add water to it.
So Caroline's just asked, how's the embossing glaze different from powder?
It's not.
It's just a different...
It's just a different name.
Yeah.
Ours is really, really, really fine. And I call it a glaze because it does put this clear gloss glaze over the top. But it is an embossing powder. It's just really, really, really fine. So no, you're absolutely right. It doesn't make any... it's no different, just in name. So I'm going to do her shoulders, and because I've used embossing powder, embossing glaze, it means that it will just pull away from the paint. Do need plenty of water to water these down because they are really, really concentrated. Okay, and let's do the little areas of her dress as well. That's good. Her face we're going to do in Pink Ice Gem, so that you get a nice pinky glow. So just tinsy wincy wincy bit, mix with water. There we go. So instead of using like porcelain or something, this will give a bit more of a healthier glow.
We've got a few people interested in a virtual retreat.
Oh yeah, that would be really good. Hope they don't expect the entertainment though.
I think they all want the cabaret though.
The other one, they all want the cabaret. Yeah, we'll get Mike and Ian down. And then I'm just going to touch a tiny, while it's wet, I'm just going to touch a tiny bit of this Barney Purple and just put a little bit on her cheeks here. There we go. And let's get some of this tinsy wincy bit of Burning Bonfire, the best orange ever, and then we'll just colour in the bits of her hair. There we go. Excellente. So that was Burning Bonfire, Pink Ice Gem, and then for the that lovely sort of pinky purple, that blue purple, it was Barney Purple. Let's have a bit of a wash over here. I don't like just pure white. Let's have a bit of a wash of that orange. There we go. Right, and there's If by Magic. I've just cut her out. See how I've cut all the ghosts out so that she becomes just a little girl. I know. Looks fab. And let me, you see, this is dangerous because I can't cut a straight line. I should use my guillotine or
that's pretty
my
good.
trimmer.
So Alison's asked who designed the stamps. I'll say it was a collaboration between both of us.
It was, yes. So it was, yeah, we were very, very specific with exactly what we wanted, didn't we? Which was really good. Now, put her here. And I love the way you can actually move her head a little bit, which would be cool. Right, and then let me get my pencils. So I think we might go, let's just get a few pencils out. And a bit of grab and go. Gotta love your grab and go. Oh, I didn't get any of any sari silk out. So I stamped her on super smooth because I wasn't going to get her the colouring in very wet. So
Jeanette's asked, did I do the drawings? I can't take full.
Oh no, we had someone do it for us, but we were very specific with exactly what we wanted, down to, you know, stripy top. Yeah, and went back and forth quite a few times with the help of Alfie as well. Yeah, so it's a graphic artist. Right, so we have this so far. Now, you know me, really into my my pencils at the moment. So let me just put a little bit more of this orange on here just to really bring that out. So let's just get a brush, slightly damp, and let's just work that. There we go. There, that's better, isn't it? And then let's go around with the black on the outside. On the outside, Kay, not all over the blooming words. Damp brush again. So these are the Stabilo All ones. So let me get a little bit of tissue on that. There we go. Which, you know, I'm in love with because they go on top of paint, which are great for journaling and finishing off. And thank goodness they only come in a few colours. There. Yeah, it just finishes it off, doesn't it? So I think around her we're going to do black. Just to ground her, just so that she doesn't look as if she's sort of floating. And it does make sure that we highlight her as the main feature of the tag. So you just want to get a wet brush and just work it into the pencil crane and then just pull it out a little bit. Wet your brush again. I'm doing little circles, but you know, you can pull that out. I have used a wider brush sometimes, a flat wider brush. See, the more water you use as well, the more it will float out. And as you can see, I turn it round so it's easier. Let's do inner arms there. I quite like it sort of floating around the head there. Well, I put it on that one, didn't I, instead of this one? I actually like that one better. Oh well, I've got another one to do now. That's cool, that's good. And then we just need a little bit of string or something. So this my little string box that I have next to me. Oh, I'd probably want something to hang off this. So I'll probably put something else on later on.
Louise has asked, did you use a craft knife to cut the stamp out?
No, just a pair of scissors.
Well, no, they come cut out.
Oh, the stamp. I thought you
Yes.
meant the image.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the image.
Maybe.
Yeah, just a pair of scissors. When I come to do the arms here, this bit, I actually just cut through the wrist there, because when you glue it down, you can't see that you've actually gone through, and it's so much easier. I do that a lot with when you've got little voids like this. So when we come to stick it down, it's so much easier, you see. And then the dress, I've just sort of just followed the lines basically. Like this. And then the hair, okay, let me just concentrate on this bit. So just can you see? Just taken off those edges and just made it nice and big. Just be careful of the neck, because that's the finished bit. Excuse me. And again, the dress. Just do the basic shape, and then you can just alter that. See, just and then the other arm, again, just do the same thing. Just go through the wrist, somewhere it's a bit inconspicuous, really. I do it when cutting out, you know, anything really, flowers, all sorts. And then when you stick it down, you can't tell, you see. So super easy. There we go. Right, okay, so I'll throw back to Alfie for a minute while I just reset for
Throwing back to me. Thank you very much. Right, so just a quick rundown of the deals that we've got running today. So the main deal is on the stamp bundle. So we've got the bundle of 6 stamps, all A6, and the deal is £60 rather than £77.94, so a really good saving, almost 25% off on those stamps. We've also got 2 smaller bundles, which are the journaling bundle, which is the dictionary page, the poison labels, and the background stamp. and those three are discounted from £38.97 down to £31.50. And then we've got the Spooky Trio bundle, which is the girl, the boy and the pumpkin monster. Same deal, £38.97 down to £31.50. Obviously they're all available individually, £12.99 as usual. And we've got, well, you've seen the two masks, they're both 8x5, those are £4.99 each. And then we've got some Woodology coming up. When are you getting onto that?
I can show them the Woodology now.
Okay, so you can see the Woodology now. So we've got a couple of kits, and we've also got some grey board things to show you. You ready?
Almost. Yeah.
Almost ready.
Okay, yes.
Ready now. Okay. Let's go back to Kay.
Alrighty, so I can show you those kits. So the first one, nice big kit here. This has been designed by Mike Deakin, and he's done a fabulous tombstone here. So he's actually done this one for me, which is lovely, lovely textured. You get all these little bits in. There's a few extra bits on that are not in here. It's a nice big MDF medite piece, which is lovely. Great to use. Freestanding, stands up on its own, which is fantastic. Can put some lights on it, do all sorts. So that is the tombstone. And then we have some grey board, and you've got some extras in here as well. I love these. Look at those pumpkins. We've got 3 pumpkins. We've got a couple of ghoulie ghosts. We've got a witch on a broomstick, and
what ghosts?
Ghoulie ghosts.
That's what you said.
Ghoulish, maybe. Ghoulish ghosts.
Just call it the Ghoulie collection. Stop it. Sorry guys, so sorry. All I could think of was Gingang Ghoulie Ghoulie. Okay, behave. Okay, so we've got those. Oh dear, dear, dear. And we have our icons as well. So you can do your icon on its own like this. This is one of Mike's. Mike's done this for us, which is fabulous. I love this. So he's put on all of these fast cast resin pieces, which are just gorgeous. You can buy the kit, so it has all of this in. It's got. But we're also doing a kit just on its own.
Yeah. So this one, you can actually put a candle in it. All right, and you can buy it with the angel and everything like that. But you can also get it so it's just the plain piece without. You don't get any of the cast resin pieces. It is just the icon itself, and then you can decorate it however you want. So let me just show you. I'll just get one of those out. Just bear with me 1 second. Here we go. Oh. So this one, Alfie, has got It's got the candle bit on.
Oh yeah, it's got the candle bit. It just hasn't got.
I see.
It's not got that.
Okay,
literally.
so you can buy it. So it's just like this without the angel icon. So it's literally just this that you get. It's still got the candle holder, but you don't have to put that on. You can actually just use this as a base, which is brilliant. Love it. And you can decorate it however you want. And I think this, with all your fast cast resin pieces, looks amazing. So thanks very much, Mike Deakin, for doing this for us as well. So those are some of the pieces that you can get. Also, there is the house as well, which I haven't seen it, but I have heard someone's made it into a haunted house.
Oh, that was American.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. And I haven't seen a picture of it, but that would be fantastic to do, wouldn't it? As a haunted house. Righty, let's have a play with some of the vivids. So I'm going to use the Robin Hood. I'm going to use Loxley Yellow, and I'm also going to use not much colour. Where is it? I'm looking for Alana Dale. There it is, Alana Dale. Okay, so I've got an A4 sheet of our watercolour. I'm just going to give this a spray off my table, and I'm spraying the back and the front. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't curl up as much. Alright, so we're going to go with a bit of Alana Dale. We're just going to do a little bit on the right hand side. Okay, let's do some Loxley Yellow. That's quite a lot, okay. And then let's have a little bit of Robin Hood. So this is quite a blue green, so that's why I've put a lot of yellow in, because I want it to be a lighter. Let's get rid of that off the nozzle there. Okay, and then we're going to just give that a spray. Fab. We might need more paper for this. I've used quite a lot of ink, and then we're just going to fold it over. Just going to get some more paper ready. Again, watercolour card at the ready. Going to soak up some of that ink. So these are the vivid refills. So instead of using the sprays, I'm actually just using the refills. And as you can see, these are really, really concentrated.
What was the sepia brown called? Somebody's just asked.
Original Oak is a sepia brown. That is lovely. Let me just get another piece. Okay, let's just get up some of that ink there. It's just far too much green. Okay, lovely. Right, so then you just need to allow that to dry, or fast dry it. Let's just move my paint mat out of the way, because that will melt if you keep your paint mat. You all right? Got some water?
Yeah. I don't fancy any of your water. I'm really going to pass you one of
Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry a bit more naturally. I'm going to just pull this apart.
What card is it that you're using?
This is our watercolour card. This is one that I did yesterday. I also like this one and this one. Which should I go for? Which one? Okay.
Linda's asked if we sell the gun.
We don't sell the gun, unfortunately.
B&Q sell it, Linda.
Yeah, B&Q. I'm sure you can get it online, actually.
Yeah, Amazon as well.
Yeah. And it's a Wagner Ferno 300. And what's really funny is there are some of the... It's... you know, Dean off Crancraft. I think it was Dean. He came up to me and said, I've got that gun. I've got one of them, but mine's more powerful than yours. And he was dead excited. He was like, oh, I've got a whole range of Wagner stuff. Where's my... Oh. Right, so what I'm going to do is put my mask over the top of this. All right. And then I'm going to come in with some black gesso, because our black gesso is so wonderfully black. It's just beautiful. Okay, I was going to say I'll put some gloves on for this, but as you can see, I don't think there's an improvement on. So I'm going over the mask with black. I used to do this such a lot years ago. It's the beauty of a mask like this. Get a little wee bit more. There we go. Fab, hey? That looks so cool. I love that. That works really, really nicely, doesn't it? Yes, okay, it does.
Yes, it does. It's amazing.
Super duper.
Melanie's asked, what's the difference between a mask and a stencil, please?
Yeah, okay, so let me just bring one out. So a stencil, the pattern is created by the mylar and the background are the holes. Okay, so you can see that the pattern is this crisscross area. Or in fact, if I bring the letters, so you can see that the pattern is the actual letters. The letters are a hole, whereas with a mask you are covering or masking the design with the mylar. So can you see the difference between that? That's the pattern, which are the holes, so that when you go through this, you will actually see the pattern, whereas with this one, it's the reverse. So you're seeing the background, you're covering the background. Alfie's like smiling.
No, only reading comment.
Oh, okay.
Paula's just said she's at a conference and needs to sign off and pretend she wants to sit and hear blah 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 instead of hanging out with the Indigo Blue gang.
So we've got our wee little boy. I can tell we've been to Edinburgh, can't you? Wee little boy.
Ian says Dick Turpin wore a mask, not a stencil.
Who said that?
Ian. Oh, dear.
Oh God, I love it. Oh, isn't he fab? I think that just works so nicely. Again, with the clear embossing powder. See, called it embossing powder that time for you. And then that's why I love that gun. Alrighty, so what I'm going to use, the Blue Cast Luscious for his face, because that's a white base, and did mix it up. There it is. It's a white base with a blue iridescence to it. So all you need to do with this to make a watercolour is to get your brush, dip it in water, swirl it around, and then put it into a mat or paint mat or a palette or a plate, and mix it until you get a nice creamy consistency. It needs to be a little bit thinner if you're colouring in, just so that it will resist all of the embossed areas. Now I have to confess, it's normally not quite this blue. It's just that there must have been a minuscule amount of dried vivid in here, and it has actually picked it up. So it normally looks a bit whiter than this. So I need a little bit more water just to make it a bit thinner. So then we get this perfect, lovely sort of white, luscious. And because we've mixed it with water, it's become a watercolour. So we just want to do his face, and then you can see with the light, you get this lovely blue cast when it hits the light, which is fabulous.
Just had a question about the bits on the icon, whether we've got these bits. Have we got the mould for those?
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got, have we?
Oh, I don't know. We haven't got that skull, have we?
No.
And the wings, I think we definitely have the cogs, and we have the flame as well, because that's one of mine.
So Kate, I think we have some of them, but not all of them. We could probably find a skull though, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we can get Big Skull. Right, so this is the same. It's luscious mixed with water, but then it's actually hardened off. So just to reconstitute it, all you need to do is just add water, and then you've got your paint bag, which is fantastic. And these are so well loved, these luscious, because they're so versatile. I'm going to have that as a pumpkin, methinks. And then I think we will go for a little bit of, which one's this? Lime spritzer. I may actually just do a pale. I might just go to a translucent actually for this. I might just make that a little bit greener, or maybe a blue. Yeah, I think a blue would suit. Right, let's get a blue out. Yeah, there we go. And what's this? Green is long. Okay, so this is in the navy. Is it in the navy, this one? Out of the blue. So this is out of the blue. So we're going to have a little bit of this. And then we'll have a little bit of bright green. So on my sample that I did, I actually used paints as well. So the paints that I used, just do his hair. Which is not bright enough for me. So I used, I think it was shepherd green and Sing the Blues. It's a bit brighter. And then just a swish around here. There we go. And I did put a little bit of green around this eye. And this eye. Well, you can see the difference between this one and this one. And I used I'm telling lies. I didn't use those. I used these because they're clear and bright. So I use the blue, which is not Fire Talk, not Richmiller. Come on, okay. Little John. So I use the Little John, and I use the Robin Hood mixed with a bit of Loxley Yellow. That's what I did to get that really vibrant colour there. Yeah. And so what I've done is I've just mounted him up, put some black gesso around the edges, and then let's just get some. This is gauze bandage that I use quite a bit because it just is really, really thin, and you can manipulate it and pull it out of shape and do all sorts with it, which is really great for mixed media and stuff. And stuff. That's an official art form, and stuff. So here we go. And then I've also got this out of my cupboard, out of my drawer, a bit of wire. And then if you just sort of scrunch it up into weird and wonderful shapes, this will, I love a bit of wire. There we go. So I've used a bit of foam pad on the back of this just to keep that in position whilst I stick this down. Like this. There we go. And then that can come out here. There we go. So all those foam pads keep everything in position. There we are. I think he's going to go around about there. You can move that wire around. Which is pretty cool. And I have done being normal is vastly overrated. Oh, for goodness sake, come on, Kay. Why can't I ever get these blooming things off? There we go. Finally. So I've gone round that with some black gesso as well. I love that background. I think that works really, really well. Then I just need to do some very, very wiggly lines. Around there. So I'm just using my crumb pen. But I sometimes use just a uniball roller pen, just from me stationers. Or at this time of year, sometimes in the supermarket they do packs of them. They're your favourite writing implement as well, aren't they, Alfie?
Yeah.
So the wigglier the better, really. There we go, just to finish him off. Right, is everyone bored yet?
No. But what are your plans?
Well, I thought I'd do the gravestone. Maybe shall I do that later? So then you've got a card or a journal page, depending on where you want to go with it. But I made this into a card, which is unusual for me. But yay, really like him. He's just so lovely, isn't he? So just to recap, those were the Vivids I used originally on there. I did it such a long time ago, I forget. And the mask, gesso, and Vivids as the background. Fabulousness. Alrighty, so just to recap, oh yeah, I'll bring in her as well. I think she's so cute, so cute. Right, so just to recap, so you've got your stencils, which are to die for. Masks. These are your masks, okay? Which are a must. Love those. Love those a lot. And then of course you've got your spooky boy, you've got your spooky girl, you've got your monster. We haven't used that just yet. I'll use that, do that later. Our dictionary page. Oh, I was supposed to do that. Stamping on here, forgot. Dreaded damask. Our lovely poison labels, and of course all of the woodology and stuff as well to go with that. I will actually just have a little bit of this on that corner. Forgot about that. Just talk amongst yourselves. I only want a little tiny bit on there. Just about here, I think. There we go. And I did just want a little bit of this. On the edge there. Obviously I would have done it normally without that in the way. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to carry on playing. Hope you like our new releases. I think they're fab. Really enjoyed playing with them. Yeah, I'll see you. What time are we back on, Alfie? 8 o'clock tonight. We're back at 8 o'clock tonight with lots more demos. See you then. Bye.
Bye.